Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Board Games Unlocked, and today I am playing Undaunted Reinforcements. Specifically, as you can tell because it's just me, the solo variant for it. I have chosen to do Scenario 2 of the North Africa section, just to do something different. Like, obviously, my preference of theme would have been Normandy, but this is different, and it adds in vehicles, and Scenario 2 is the first one that includes it. So yeah, this is in, forgive me, the Merzouq airfield, southwest Libya, January 11th, 1941. Following the early success of the LRPG, the group was renamed the LRDG and began expanding its operations to the Fezzan in southwestern Libya, a region of sandy and stony deserts, long wadis, and fertile oasis. The chief objective was Merzouq, the capital of the Fezzan, which was 1,000 miles from the LRDG base in Cairo and 350 miles from the nearest French post in the Tibesti Mountains. The plan for Merzouq included an audacious attack against its well-defended fort and a nearby airfield. Although the LRDG had the advantage of surprise, the Italians provided stiff resistance. Ultimately, the LRDG was destroyed. Ultimately, the LRDG destroyed 3 light bombers, a fuel dump, a 2-way wireless set, bombs, and parachutes. So yeah. I will be playing as the Italians, actually, going up against the LRDG, which I know it says what they were, and I forgot. Oh, Long Range Desert Group, which I had never heard of, actually. But here we are, and yeah, so basically, how the solo bot works is pretty ingenious. In this case, because you can play either side as you know, the solo variant. So their objective is to claim 2 objective points by destroying structures, and the structures in this case is this base, or this depot, then the supply area, and then the plane up there. Those are the only objective points in this mission. And as the Italian, so my objective is to claim 2 objective points by controlling structures. And if either one of those, because the only unit that I have that can actually control is my riflemen. And for the very first scenario that I played, they killed all my riflemen. Oh, well, I guess that's not true. My tank, my driver can control if my tank is there. So that's pretty nice. And for them, they have 1 unit that can actually demolate, is that the right word? Which is their engineer. It's actually kind of ingenious on how the solo bot works. They have these kind of if true statement cards for each card that comes out. Some they roll to see what they do, and then others will have if this is the scenario, they do this, and so on and so forth. But I'll explain it kind of as we go. I wanted to showcase some of the newer stuff that North Africa did, which was vehicles, but I also didn't want to just overload one myself with a bunch of new stuff. But so we have the medium tank here that pretty much only the driver, like my tank driver, which makes sense, can drive, and the tank crew that can repair. But you have your vehicle, and these actions that are in these spots are like actions that can be done. So imagine the tank driver that has move and attack on it. It also has drive and control if it's in the driver's seat. Drive is just like move. You move to a scouted location, but it just moves the tank. These guys are basically in the tank. And then you got these people. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will play. You play relatively like normal. That's not a bad opening hand right there. So I have a scout, machine gunner, tank crewman, and rifleman. And our overall goal is to control objectives, and they're all worth the same amount of points. Yeah. So you want to actually kind of win initiative, which you would always kind of want to do anyway, but if you don't against the bot, then the initiative card, if they win, they actually get to keep that one, and then they add 3 more, so then they do 4 actions. You can put it on easier mode where they get rid of it, but yeah, so I'm thinking I don't need to repair with the tank crewman. I don't really want to move him out of it, because he can also attack, use like the machine gunner on the back of the tank. They also have an anti-tank, a sniper, an engineer, and a scout. That sniper is going to be pretty rough, but I need to save my scout for as much as I can. So I think because I have no use for the tank crewman, I'm going to risk it. I'm going to do 3 for my initiative, and for them, all you do is reveal the top card, which it's a Fog of War, which is great, so that just gets discarded, which means that I actually will gain initiative. But now, because it's a Fog of War, that gets discarded, and then they'll just get 4 cards to do anyway. Let's see. So with my scout, I could scout 2, rifleman move, and I might attack with my machine gunner, or move everyone up into these hills. So, but what worries me is I know, and I'm like kind of low-key terrified of that sniper. Which is fair. That is thematic. I would also be terrified if I knew my enemy had a sniper on the other side. God, what a terrifying fucking world. Okay. Because, I mean, here's the thing, is my gunner could attack any of them. You know, there's the anti-tank person over there with a defense of 4, scout of 6, so I could try and attack their anti-tank guy, which would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It'd be a 10. I would roll 2 dice. If I roll a 10, I would hit them. Which is, I mean, just the longest shot ever with machine gun, but I don't think I'm going to. Instead, I don't have any Fog of War, so I can't recon. I could just really have all of them try and attack. Not even move, and just try and attack, and just hope that I hit. Just noob tube across the map. But I think I am going to risk it and scout twice. So it's going to be 1 into here, and then we're going to scout out right there, which will put a scout marker and a Fog of War into my deck. And then we are going to move. You know what? Actually, I'm going to move with my rifleman up into these mountains area to give him a 5 defense. So hopefully he doesn't get got. And then also with the vehicles, there are certain locations that they can't move into, typically really heavy, rocky, hilly areas. So like this area, I can't move up into, so I'd have to start going around. But I can't even move it right now. And you know what? I could suppress the sniper. Let's do that actually with the machine gunner. It's gonna be 4 dice from here. Again, it's a 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I mean, I have to roll a 10. Even if in this game you like the defense value is over 10, a 10 is always a hit. So let's see where I can roll right here. Damn it. Okay, well it didn't work. I had a pretty decent shot maybe. But that's it. So then goes to them. They just draw 4, and kind of how you do this, it would be 3 if they had 1 initiative. Then you just put it in the order of I'll just do it like this, because what they kind of do on their card doesn't really matter a whole lot. So Fog of War is not going to do anything, but we just go in this order. So with the lieutenant, we look at their lieutenant card. It actually says on top which numbers you use them for. And we roll a die. On a 1, 2, a 4, he's going to bolster 3 times. On a 5 to 10, he's going to command. I don't want him to command. He's going to command. So that means he draws 2 cards. which is a scout and his warrant officer, so the lieutenant has already done. Then we got the warrant officer, scout, anti-tank, and engineer. So, warrant officer, again, is going to roll on the 1 to 5. He's going to bolster twice, 6 to 10. He got a 10. He's going to inspire the next 2 cards. All right, well, this is already bad for me, meaning that these 2 cards, so the anti-tank and the scout, are essentially going to go twice. They did not get their sniper, which is nice. So the scout, we look at it, it's pretty much like, okay, his first activation, if there's a fog of war in the play area, he's going to recon. So he gets rid of the fog of war, and then he draws a card, but he doesn't activate it this turn. That will be in his next turn. So, for my understanding, is if he wins initiative, he'll have this card, he'll have his initiative card that he won, and then he'll still draw 3 cards, so he'd have 5 actions. So that's the scout 1 action. Then his second action, if the tile he's on is not objective, he selects a destination within 2 tiles. He selects an unscouted objective as the destination, which is this one, because that's within 2 tiles. And then he moves to his destination, because this is within 2 tiles, which makes sense, because that's the closest. And then he will scout it, whoop, and then just like us, he gets a fog of war for doing it. And that's the scout. So he reconned, and then he scouted, and then the anti-tank, he is also going to go twice. So if the enemy vehicle with total armor defense value is less than 7, or less than or equal to 7, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8. It's not. If there's an enemy on the tile, there's not. So engineer is not on tile. Select destination within 1 tile that is scouted, and then select tile with engineer as destination. Select tile destination closer to the engineer, and so basically he is going to move there. And then he's pretty much going to do that exact same thing. He's going to just move again to that area. And that's it. That is his inspired action. And then we have... Oh, that was the anti-tank. Sorry. No, that's right. That's right. Engineers... Oh, if the engineer is not on the tile... I moved the wrong person. I was thinking I was doing the engineer because I knew he was coming up next. So, let's actually rewind. Engineer is on a tile. Select destination within 1 tile that is scouted. Then select tile with enemy vehicle as because he's trying to destroy my tank. Closer to enemy vehicle. So he's basically going to do what I just said. He's going to do this twice. Yeah. Engineer is not on the tile now. Select destination within 1 tile that is scouted. Select tile with engineer as destination, and then select destination closer to the engineer. So then he's going to move. Yeah, he's going to move up there. And that's it. Now we're going to do the engineer for real. He would demolition. He can't. So he's not on the objective, which is objective again is these. Select a destination within 1 tile that is scouted. And yeah, so again, because that was a perfect situation for them. Because the last game I played of this, they didn't get their scout for the longest time. So they just kind of didn't really do much because you have to be able to move on to places that are scouted. So if your scout isn't doing anything, then that's kind of the sitch. All right, so gotta shuffle these. Remember this card. This is their bolster deck, by the way. It's not laid out like mine is. I know you probably can't see mine, but you know if you've played Undaunted, you have your row of cards of the market. So those are laid out for me. They just have a deck that is randomized. Of pretty much in this case, it's all the cards that we see here. So you got to see pretty much all of them, except their sniper, which I did not grab their card. I did not grab their AI card. I'm glad I looked over. It's because I don't really want them to shoot me. So, because God, wouldn't that just sucks. That just sucks. I thought I did grab it, but I guess not. So staff sergeant, anti-tank, engineer, machine gunner, saboteur, scout, and sniper. There we go. Okay, so put that over there. All right, so we got their deck all set up. Now round 2. All right, there's a fog of war. There's my tank people. There's my tank people. So I almost, I kind of want to get my tank involved because that's just sexy. So I'm actually going to do my platoon sergeant because I also don't want him to win initiative and then get a bunch of action. So I got a 9. They got a 4. So I almost put, you know what, I'm going to set that off over here like that. So I'm going first. I know like bolstering is really good and commanding is really good, but I also didn't draw my, what is it called? I have a warrant officer. So my warrant officer is one of these 2 cards, so I'll get some of that. So my Fog of War isn't doing anything. I can't do anything with it. And we are definitely gonna so we're gonna drive the tank, and then I have a tank commander. I forgot about that. Yeah. Do I? Did I grab the? Am I looking at the right? Oh yeah, he's right there. Okay. All right. So I am actually and you can also do these actions. Like he can't just drive and control. He could. I could move, and you can kind of get in and out. So I could have him move out of the tank. But I also could have him attack. Like you could shoot out of like the vehicle if I wanted to. But I think I'm actually, because I want to keep my tank involved. I know the anti-tank is now within like 7 to be able to for the anti-tank to go. But he also went already, but I don't remember how many cards. Because of that, though, I am going to bolster. I could inspire my tank driver again and move into this spot, which is definitely a lot closer for when I get my tank crewman, which I believe I already got. I did, but I think, how many do I have in there? Just 1. So I think because of that, I am going to bolster 2 Ts with my tank commander, and I'm going to grab a tank driver and a tank crewman and put them in there. And that's it. So then we draw 3 cards for them. There is a sniper and warrant officer and scout. So 8, 6, 2, 1. Well, they're not going to have any fog of wars. So the warrant officer, you know what? I'm actually going to make it a little bit easier on myself and do. So warrant officer, they are also a die roll, which is a 6. So they're going to inspire the next 2 cards, which is going to be the scout and the sniper. So the scout's going to go twice. We know what it's doing. It does have a fog of war in there, so it's going to recon, draw a card, knock the box over. So that's there. Then it's going to go again. All right. So the tile is not an objective. It is. So then, so that they skip number 2. Then they go to 3. Enemy on the tile. There is not. So then they go to 4, where they roll a die, which is a 9, where they will attack 1. And the way they basically do it is they will attack the one with the lowest defense, the one that they have the highest chance of hitting. Sometimes it'll specify, which is why I have this book over here open, of like the dangerous unit. It'll say dangerous unit, and there's like a tier list of which one's the most dangerous for me. But he's going to attack 1. So my scout is a 5, 6, 7, and my rifleman is also a 7. So then I believe they go after the dangerous unit, which is a rifleman on an objective. The bot controls no. A rifleman on objective no. A machine gunner no. Then the rifleman. So they're going to shoot the rifleman, which makes the most sense because he's one of the most. The easier one that can control. Again, my medium tank can. And he can't shoot my tank. It's armored. It would just right off. So it needs a 7 to shoot my rifleman because it's, 4, 5, 6, 7 versus 5, 6, 7. Same thing. So it needs a 7 to be able to hit. And it got a 1. So that is going to be a miss. Just hits and bounces off the rocks. And that was a scout twice. Then the sniper is going twice because he is inspired to kill. Enemy with total defense value of less than 8. Which is going to be, so 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's probably my scout because 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he can actually shoot my scout, which is not amazing. And that's pretty much it. So he's attacking 3. Needs an 8, 9, or 10. Ooh, man, he heard that whip crack, just he's like, oh god, dives behind the barrels. But because he was inspired, he's dialed in, trying to shoot again, and that one gets him. So his head was still sticking out. So that's going to be one of my scout cards removed. Stupid 9. And that's it. That was the sniper. He's why I was worried. And that's it. That is their turn. And that is from the recon. So then I got 2 cards. I gotta at least get my scout to at least. I'm almost yeah, I gotta get it to where, because I have to, because he can scout 2. Can anyone else scout? No, I cannot. Okay, so Fog of War, tank driver, and squad leader. All right, the tank drivers are a 2, so there's honestly no reason to not to just use them, because then I can actually try and oh wait, I need to be able to scout. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll use the Fog of War just because. Yeah, so they got an engineer, so they're keeping that one, because the tank drivers are a 2. So I mean, I would my squad leader being a 7, I at least want to be able to use him. So then they're going to. So there's 1, and then they're drawing. From my understanding, again, because of the recon, they keep that card. So yeah, so then they got 2 more. They haven't bolstered, so their deck is low. All right, 9, 8, 2, 2, and 1. Okay, so lieutenant. Luckily, nope, they got their sniper again. Shit, how many scouts do I have in my deck? 1. Okay, so if my scout gets shot again, then that's going to be a bad time. All right, so the lieutenant is going to command 2. So then we got a 6 and a 4. 6, 4. That's the lieutenant. Then we have the warrant officer. Hopefully he does not inspire. He is not. He got a 5. So he's going to bolster 2, and it's just the top 2 cards. So he got an engineer and the sniper. Great. But that's it. So these are all going to be going 1. The scout is actually going to be reconning. So he's done. Fog of War's out. Then I'm going to shuffle this for his recon draw. So we'll just put that right there. Then we got the anti-tank rifleman. Enemy vehicle with total armored defense value of less than 7. 5, 6, 7. It is, so he's going to anti-tank 2. So he needs a 7 or less. God! Alright, so that's a damage on the medium tank. Let me actually remind myself on anti-tank. I can't remember if I have to remove a card or if it just does a damage to the tank. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, choose one soldier in the vehicle, take an injury. Okay. So that makes sense. Well, let's do my driver, because I have two of those. Well, I have two of those in my hand, but no, because he needs to be able to drive. So let's do the crewman. So crewman will get shot from the anti-tank, and the anti-tank takes the damage, and it has 3 hits it can take before it becomes disabled, 5 before it becomes destroyed. So he just peeks out and just fires a rocket launcher, and it hits off the hits off the back end. But that was them. The engineer is gonna do some demolition. So it's a 3 dice, 6 value. So 6 or higher will get it. Yep, there's the 8. So that is destroyed. That is 1 of their 2 points. And it's not looking amazing. It's not looking amazing for me. And then their sniper is going to shoot at my scout again, because there's an enemy with total defense value of less than or less than or equal to 8. Yep, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, just enough. So he is going to shoot, which is an attack of. Was it 4 or 3? Oh, it's 3. Oh, did I roll 4 last time? I don't remember. He needs 8 or higher. 2 10s! 2 10s. So I think that actually kills my scout. Yep. So my scout has been killed, which basically means I have no way of scouting unless, I can't control. No one else I can do anything with can move. So let me double check one thing. Need to find that action. Okay. So, because I don't remember, can you bolster I don't think you can bolster cards from. Can you bolster cards from removed units? All right, let's see. Remove all matching cards from the supply. Yep. All right. So my scout's dead. I figured the sniper was going to be a problem. Okay, so how do I salvage this? Well, I can still control that unit. Then we can come to, because there comes like a all hope is lost moment where it kind of, whoever has the initiative whenever both sides can't complete their objectives. So I keep playing until if they control or blow up that plane or blow up this one, then, but that basically means my tank is kind of useless now. I mean, I can pretty much just attack, and they're in a lot of open field. So, damn. All right, well, that was their turn. Now it's my turn. So I think if that's the case, we are going to... Man, yeah, I did not scout all that far. So we're going to use my squad leader. You know what? Actually, I got to take out some of their units. So we're going to do a tank driver. He's going to attack. We are going to hit their anti-tank, which is 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6. So I'm attacking 1. It is a 6 or higher. Okay, there's a 1. Nice. I will inspire him. So attack again, 6 or higher. There's a 5. All right. Then we are going to do it again, 6 or higher. There we go. Finally hit him. This guy's just like, ooh. So yeah, 4, 5, 6. So that is a hit. Basically, we look through their discard pile. There it is. So anti-tank rifleman is there. So now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much, he just like leans up and just starts firing. Okay, Fog of War. These are good. I think I actually want to go, and these Fog of Wars actually just gonna stay in my hand. Okay, so we're gonna do my tank commander to be able to hopefully beat him in initiative. I do. Engineer gets discarded, so I'm going first. That stays there. So now I have my rifleman, machine gunner, and a Fog of War that doesn't do me any good because I can't recon. So I think I want to at least control that spot. So ideally, I mean, the thing that sucks is my rifleman is the only one that can control. So I think, and there's like no defense there, but I really need to at least get a point because then it'd be 1-1, and then it's just kind of, if I can kill their engineer, then they have no way of actually destroying anything. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I would need 10s. So I am going to move my rifleman, which is very dumb because their sniper, he's like, the rifleman's basically like, hey, I'm over here. So, but I'm going to move him there. And the machine gunner, I can either just attack and hope I get a 10, which will, I mean, that's going to be the situation for really anyone. Because I don't have that many rifleman cards that I need to be able to get. Or I can have him move one and be closer to be able to shoot. Or suppress, if I need him to. I'm almost, because that'd be 5. Yeah, let's be maybe a little bit smarter and move my gunner up 1. Okay, so then it's 1, and then the rest of his deck. So 9, 8, 6, 2. Lieutenant, Warrant Officer, Scout, and Sniper. So Lieutenant is a 6, so he is going to command. So he's going to draw 2 more cards. Their deck is super thin. Which is 2 engineers, which actually, that's not the worst, because right now it depends on what their scout does, or what their warrant officer does. So warrant officer is going to get a 3, he's going to bolster twice. And hopefully, it's their anti-tank, and their anti-tank. Okay, so he's basically not dying. But none of them inspired. Scout, he's not going to recon because there is... Oh, well, that's not amazing. Their scout is basically going to... Tile is not objective, so he chooses a destination within 2 tiles, and so it's going to be there. And now is he moving? Value and then random. Well, it's not tied, so... Yeah, so he's basically going to go, we'll just do 1, 2, which will put 2 scouted markers on there and give him 2 Fog of War. 1, 2. So maybe that'll come in handy. So he has scouted ahead, and then what sucks is, I mean, their engineer is going twice, which luckily they can't demolate. Not on an objective. He selects a destination within 1 tile that is scouted. And because he's going twice, because that's what he drew, he is going to basically move there. Which is not amazing. And then their sniper is going to for, what was this? 4? Yep, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's even easier to hit. He's going to attack for 3. So he needs a 7 or higher. And he got it. So that is going to hit my rifleman. There's that. And I don't even know if I have another rifleman. But that's it. So now, 1, 2, 3. I mean, my only shot is to draw a rifleman, which I don't think I have another one in here. So I'd have to really just kill their engineer. All right. Which is potentially happening. God. I honestly do not know. Because I got my platoon sergeant, fog of war, tank crewman, and tank driver. I wish I knew. I mean, I have a pretty high chance of potentially winning with a 3. Because I got their warrant officer and their lieutenant in here. So my 3 would work. I'm going to risk it and just hope that it's... I mean, so tank crewman, I have a 3. Thank God it's their sniper, which is a 2, so I win on initiative. Okay. So now I am going to do my platoon sergeant and bolster 3. So we got to do 1, 2, and probably machine gunner for 3. Then my fog of war isn't doing anything. So then I will have my tank driver attack their engineer, which is 5, 6, 7. So 1 die, need a 7 or higher. It's a 4, so of course I miss. So that's that. That was pretty much my only shot in stopping this. And yeah. I mean, unless he just rolls really badly or draws really badly and then rolls really badly. Because my tank is basically stuck there because it doesn't have... there is I think it's called navigate or something, where you're able to kind of like scout ahead, but it doesn't have that. Well, the medium tank would never have that. As you can see, I'm really shuffling this, so I hope that I get a really bad draw. But it's probably going to be engineer, 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 engineer. So 4. Or anti-tank. I wouldn't be upset if it was anti-tank. You know, okay, so there's 1 shot here. So it's lieutenant, anti-tank, engineer, and then fog of war. So the lieutenant, maybe he'll just bolster. He got a 5, so he's going to command. So actually it doesn't matter. So warrant officer and anti-tank. Okay, so still low shot. Warrant officer got a 7. So he's going to inspire the next 2 cards, which are actually the anti-tanks. So they're going to go twice. And the anti-tanks are basically going to just attack, enemy vehicle with armored defense value of less than 7. So 5, 6, 7, less than or equal to 7. So he's going to anti-tank twice. So he's actually going to do that 4 times. So let's see. There's a 7, so that's 1 hit. I don't know why I put them all the way over there. And then I got to pick someone within there. Well, the driver can't really do much, so we'll do the driver. Then second shot, because he's inspired. Got another 7, so we'll see if I can do the driver. I can. And that was that one. Then he's just going to fire again. Needs another 7. Got a 9, so I'll choose the driver. So the driver is removed. And for his final attack on the tank, which is now disabled because he's hit 3 times. So, I mean, technically my crewman can repair it. Not that it's really all that great. And for his final attack, he got an 8, so actually removes it. And I think my crew, so then I have to remove the crewman. There he is. Tank crewman, right there. Sounds like some guy, some generic, like, alien that's infiltrating the humans. I'm tank crewman. Alright, so that's it. All 4 hits. That's amazing. And then the engineer is going to try and demolition that. It's a 6. He's demolition 3. So he needs a 6 or higher. Yep, he got it. And they win. So that was the solo variant for Undaunted Reinforcements. I hope you enjoyed. Click the eye to go to the discussion. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you. Hey everyone, thank you for watching, and I really hope that you enjoyed the video. If you would like to see more of my content, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell to be notified whenever I upload any new content. If you feel like supporting the channel, you can go ahead and click that Patreon link to be taken to my Patreon, and any help is truly appreciated. Other than that, stick around for any other run-throughs or reviews or cool top 10s or whatever I feel like putting on. Other than that, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful whatever time of day it is for you.